Hey everyone, welcome back to this episode of Appachino. I'm Appa,
And I'm Chino.
and this is part two of our topic, the love we chose. So we're going to dive right into the conversation and pick up where we left off. If you did not get a chance to watch part one, please make sure that you go back and you watch part one. So, Lex, I'll let you start.
All right. So I wanted to start off this time with kind of like a statistic that was found on relationships. And so one thing that we always say is I never do what my parents did. But psychologists suggest that we unconsciously draw to familiar or even more toxic people in our lives. And so people often end up marrying someone who mirrors the most difficult parent in their life because the brain confesses that familiarly emotional patterns is safety. So with that being said, why do we attract what we don't want?
Hmm, that's a good question. Um, it's for me, I think from the psychological standpoint, and I put my medical hat on, is that oftentimes um, it's a yearning for what you wish you had. So, for instance, if there's a love that you did not get, but you kept doing all kinds of stuff to get that parent's love,
Mm-hmm.
then a lot of times the parent that's taking care of you gets overlooked. They're providing for your needs, providing shelter, providing the love, and all of your attention and energy goes toward wanting and trying to get from that parent that is not giving you those things that you need. And so sometimes in life, you know, we choose those things that are not choosing us.
Why is that safety though? Like why does a person feel safe in toxic environments?
It's familiarity.
Yeah.
It's familiarity. So you're safe because it's familiar.
Mhm.
So for instance, like a woman that choose a husband that would beat them, knowing that their mom or dad used to get beat, right? So you go back to that environment because it's comfortable, and you
Mm.
keep choosing the same thing because it's familiar, unfortunately. So when you think about, you know, relationships and choosing love, like what are some things that that ladies ought to look for in a mate? Like what are those things that you know now looking back? Say
Mhm.
like I need to make sure that I choose love that looks like this.
Right. Now that I'm older, I would say that what I found was important is choosing a man and watching how, well, for one, how does he treat his mom? Like how do you treat your mother? I feel like that's important. Do you treat her with love? Do you talk to her in love? What does your family look like? Like that wasn't important to me before, but it's important to me now. Like how do y'all operate? How do you do things? Do you already have responsibility or have you been spoiled and pampered your whole life? Like that's what I would say. Like pay attention to those things. Can he lead? Can he prioritize this bill or that bill? Like he want to do this, but he knows that this is more important and this is due. What is his work ethic like? What's important to him? And so just really like paying attention to his actions. Is he a man of his word? Does he procrastinate? um just simple things that might not seem important at the time, but just when y'all have a conflict, how does he respond? Does he respond out of love, or is he trying to hurt you, or does he just totally shut you out and act like you don't matter to him? And so just paying attention to the simple things rather than how much money he spends on you or what he's buying. I think I found that you got to really look on the inside, and not even the inside of just him, but like the hurt and the trauma that he's dealt with in his life. How is that affecting him now? And what are you willing to work through and not work through? What's the difference between understanding someone's trauma and excusing unhealthy behavior?
You gotta deal with your own before you're able to deal
Deal
with
with
someone
someone.
else's. So and that's I think that's the mistake we often make. we jump to how to fix them,
Mhm.
and we need to be fixed ourselves. So my first take is like, before the old song say, sweep around your own front door before you sweep around mine. There's some truth to that, because I think you got to deal with your own personal trauma, identify what your triggers are, and then, before you can really truly be a help to someone else.
Mhm.
So I'm probably not answering your question about the other person, but I think the responsibility and the ownership lies with you first, being
Right.
all that you're supposed to be, being the best version of yourself, and truly getting better before you can even deal with helping someone else.
But I still do want to help the women out here that's that men are kind of manipulating in a way, cuz it's like you have some men that's like, I didn't grow up with a father. Does that give them the excuse to not know how to treat a woman and do right by a woman, or is that just
No,
like,
that's an excuse.
yeah, that's just an
Like
excuse.
I shared something the other day. Like, at what point as an adult that you're gonna take responsibility, what for the future you, basically. I grew up without a father,
Mhm.
and that couldn't be my excuse just because my dad wasn't there. Like, did it make it harder? Yes. Did I have to find some mentors? Yes. Did I have to find some role models? Yes. Did I make a whole lot of mistakes? Yes, because I didn't have that. But you can't lean into, just because I didn't have a father or just because I didn't have a mother, then I don't, that's my excuse to act the way I act or
Mhm.
be the way I am. And because of, if you really look at it, even though I didn't have a dad, and this is for any guy out there, even though I didn't have a dad, like, God taught me how to be the man I am today. And of course, he allowed other people in my lives to be able to do their part in imparting into me to help shape me and mold me. But at the end of the day, if it had not been for my relationship with the Lord, I don't think I would be where I am. And so, being really solid about how God views me,
Mhm.
how he see me, what he thinks about me, how he wants me to handle my money, what the Bible says about how I should treat my wife, my kids, my family. All of those things are biblical principles that we can simply find in God's word. So you really don't have an excuse to be who you say you are.
Okay. And with you outside of a relationship, with you not having your father present in your life and being able to see it, how hard was it raising a daughter the right way, or like just carrying that weight of trying to raise your daughter to be strong but also to be a woman, and not having that model yourself to know like how your dad did it.
Yeah, it was extremely difficult, because when when I was in my younger years, when Christmas rolled around, like, y'all, women look at it as like, oh, it's a festivity.
Mhm.
It's something, great that we do as a family, and all these other things that go along with that. For me, I'm looking at it's another bill.
Yeah.
You know, the family, this every summer, you guys wanting to go somewhere and do something, like, oh, it's nice, but we got to have gas, we got to have food. I'm looking at it as another bill, another responsibility, another. So it was extremely hard to stay because of the pressure. So I understand why some men walk away, because sometimes they're not walking away. They're hardly ever walking away because of the kids. A lot of times they walk away because either one, they they walking away from the wife or the partner, because they need a safe place, because they get beat up out in the world all day long. And so if they're not provided a safe space within their safety of their environment, a lot of men run.
Mhm.
And then the other reason why they walk away is because the responsibility that comes with that. And if that responsibility is not acknowledged, so you don't have a safe place, and you don't have an acknowledgement of the responsibility, a lot of guys just choose Like I can't handle the pressure, and unfortunately, you know, they don't remain.
And we not making excuses for these guys. They just can't
No.
handle the pressure.
Yeah, I'm saying that's not an excuse,
Right.
but I understand that level of pressure.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why the greatest gift, the greatest gift a man could give to his kids is, if it's not abusive relationship, it's not harmful to him physically and all these other things, or there may be some other things that may fall into this category. But the greatest gift a man could give to his kids is to at least fight to stay.
Mm-hmm.
Fight to stay. It's the greatest gift that a man can give to his kids, because honestly, there'll become a time, if he can remain, that either one, he'll look back and be glad that he stayed, or two, he'll look back and see that impact that he made in his kid's life as a result of him staying. And for me, that's part of the legacy, because you're going to experience trouble. You're either going to experience trouble where you are, or, you know, or where you're going to go.
Mm-hmm.
One of the two, you're going to have to deal with you wherever you are. And that's the bottom line to it, too. Like, you're going to have to deal with you. But of course, there are instances, I don't want to, psychology out there, that
Yeah.
there's instances where you may have to walk away in abusive situations and things of that nature. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying for just a man, just, hey, I'm not happy today. Now, we don't get that luxury. Yeah, the greatest gift you can give your kids is to stay, remain, be present. All right. You watch me make mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
You watch me make some mistakes?
Yeah.
Okay. You said that pretty fast.
Because
Um,
I have.
and it took everything in me to stay quiet sometimes. Um, if you can go back for a moment, um, when you got your heart broken
Mm-hmm.
for the first time, what was one piece of advice um, you wish you had from me, or was there a piece of advice you got from me? But if there wasn't, what was one piece of advice you got from me when you got your heart broken?
Lord Jesus. I don't even know if I want to get too TMI, but you know what you told me? You know what you told me,
Tell
Daddy?
me.
He said, this man said, that's why you should have kept your lids closed. Period, point blank. Daddy, first of all, y'all see this man right here? He's a great man, awesome man. But you was always so tough. Like you don't be in your feelings too long. Get back up. Like this ain't the end of the world. You should have known that. You should have prepared yourself for that. You see how he is. Da da da. Like I saw him with that girl the other day. Yup, they was riding around. Mm-hmm. Oh well. She looked good too. Like you just it wasn't no she not better than you, Lex. Like you raised me like Lex. It's nobody that compares to you. Like what you bring to the table. But it was kind of like that toughen up. Like you gon' see it. You gon' have to deal with it. So don't kind of get depressed about it or hide. And so the way you showed me love was kind of be tough because you're gonna have to face it. It's gonna happen, and I can't let you fall apart
Mm.
by dwelling in whatever he's doing or whatever the person that you dealt with that broke your heart then did to you. Like at the end of the day, you get back up and you keep going, you keep fighting, and it's somebody else that's gonna come into your life and choose better. Learn from your actions, learn from your mistakes. Don't do the same thing again and follow the biblical things the principles that you've read and that you've gained from God to, make better choices and decisions. So one thing I would say is cause I appreciate the hardness, I do. But I did tell you, sometimes just give your girl an extra hug, or just be a little petty with me, just a little bit more. Yeah, that girl really ugly. Like, what's her name? Her name is ugly. She look ugly. Like everything about her is just ugly. You she actually was pretty cute though. I'm like, Daddy, come on now, dog the person out just a little bit, just dog him out, like be like, I can't stand his raunchy tail. But you was more like, no, we're gonna take the high approach. We're gonna take the high road, kind of like Michelle Obama when they stoop low, we go high.
Yeah, Michelle said we ain't gotta do that no more.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, so
Well, never mind.
everybody evolves.
Everybody evolves.
Yeah, everybody
well,
evolves.
You did teach me that though, like, and it helped me to not compare myself and be jealous either, because it's just like, I mean, that person is that person, and what that got to do with me? Yeah, and so like I like how you did it, cause like at the end of the day, it's like I can take a lot, and it's just like you not hurting me, but at the same token, that's where that guy, that toughness come in for me. And it's like I have to still be a female and like
the feminine energy.
Yeah, and be like, these are my feelings. Yeah. It's okay. It's okay to cry. It's okay to, feel and just remember to not get stuck in your feelings.
Yeah. And I think I agree with you. Like I couldn't allow you to stay stuck in it. And so I wish I could like give a little bit more of that, but like I don't have it to give. I don't have that feminine energy like that to give. I'm like, go get mama, something like that. She go dog about with you, for hours or whatever. But like, I got to make sure you're looking ahead. And my philosophy as a dad has always been, my attention is never going to be on them. So y'all get mad with me. You used to get mad with me because I would not talk about them, talk about it, the situation or whatever. Like that's a waste of my time. I don't care nothing about them. I don't care nothing about the situation. I care about you. You are who I care about. You are who I need to be the best version of yourself and to get to your future and be all God promised you to be. Like you are my prize. You are my heart. So what they doing, what they not doing, I could care less because I needed you to get to the other side of this or get to the best version of who God said you are. So I know that's not what you understood, and I may not even came out, it may not have come out the right way.
I understood it when I got older.
Yeah, but that is the why behind the actions. And I wish I could do it a little bit more balanced, going back, looking at it like, yeah, I'll give you a hug for a little while and then we go get there. But at the same time, my life was so busy. Like I was on planes every day. I was in a different city all over the country. Like I maximized the time I had to get you where you need to be at. And I'm sorry if I didn't get it all well, but I think you turned out pretty good.
Yeah, it turned out okay. Still doing better. Can get a little better. Okay, so how do you know if someone is growing and not growing? Like they're just talking about it. Like what's some of the work that show you like this person is really trying to grow and better themselves, and being healthy. Even like I feel like with some people that's dealing with maybe like a difficult parent and like they get into it with their parents a lot, or they get into it with their father about like why isn't he, like even us navigating like tones. I think for us one of our big arguments is like how you say things, like how it's coming across. What are ways to see in your parents, because that's a certain relationship too. All of it is relationships.
All of it.
So it's like, how do you know if a person is really trying when you don't see the results right then and there versus they're just talking?
That's a hard one, but because you only know the tree by the fruit it bears.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if only way for me to know if you're growing, if I see evidence of that growth.
So it got to be some type of evidence there.
Yeah, or if not, you just talking. Mm-hmm. So I can say, I'm sorry. Like for me, as a dad, like I probably tell y'all this all the time. Like, you can keep your words. I don't want to hear I'm sorry. I need to see you doing.
Right.
and being. Like, you saying you sorry is not going to get us to where we need to be in our relationship, or you in your life, or whatever the case may be. Like, you can keep your sorry, you can keep them words. And I know that's a little harsh and I'm going too far a little bit with that, but I wanted to get the point across to you guys that your actions really mean more than your words.
Right.
So there has to be some evidence in a relationship that that you're willing to do the work. So if it's like, for example, in your example about tone, if it's your attitude and your tone when it's brought to your attention that this is what you're exhibiting that
Mm.
we've talked about, then ought to be a shift. Either shift in the way you are talking at that moment or later on down the line, or coming back saying, acknowledging it, and then showing up the next time with some evidence of whatever that is.
Yeah, I feel like you said a big one there, which is acknowledging,
Yeah,
because that's the first step. Like, you have to realize and acknowledge, like, this is a problem, or
yeah,
this isn't right, or this is what the person is, talking about. So yeah.
yeah. Because if you keep on just talking about it without acknowledging it or defending your own actions and everything else that goes along with that, then yeah, I don't think you're really willing to do the work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and really willing to change in a relationship. And a lot of times too, with father-daughter relationships or just parent-child relationships, that is a big thing. Like, I think there's some things as a parent
Mm-hmm.
that we have to acknowledge, like, hey, I got this wrong,
Yeah.
and then make some adjustments. Um, and then I think that same thing for the child as well, or
Mm-hmm.
the daughter as well.
I agree.
Um, and we talked about, like, acknowledging um, things, but like, there's sometimes, like, in a father-daughter relationship or parent-child relationship, uh, we need to make sure that we are doing what we need to do in order to help each other be the best version of ourselves. And part of that is, like, it's hard for me to see you go through something
Mm-hmm.
and not do something for it or to fix it. Like, I don't know if daughters realize, or the child realize, like, it takes everything in me. I think I even said this week to you about something. I said, I'm not fixing it. Just to let you know, like, I know you brought it to me, like, I'm not fixing it. And it's like the caterpillar becoming a butterfly. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if I jump in, and I think I did that way too much. If I can go back and change anything as a father, I think that's one of the things I would change.
Me personally, I don't think that.
Yeah, you don't think so, because I know what is coming.
Mm-hmm.
I know what's down the road, and I want to protect you from it. I want to keep you safe. That's my job. I'm a protector. Like, I need you to be okay. And so there's so much stuff that I protected you guys from. There's so much stuff that you guys never saw. And I just wonder now, sitting where I sit now, I think I lean too much on that and not allowing you guys to experience some of the hurts, experience some of the pain, experience some of the bad decisions and the mistakes. And I'm not saying at the detriment of you guys,
Yeah, because you just said I
you
was
know,
okay. So what you trying
harming
to
yourself.
say?
Yeah, you're okay, but
Yeah.
I think I could have did better as a dad to allow you, because it's like getting further faster.
Mm-hmm.
It's because this is what I had to learn. This is what God taught me later on in life. Is the more I held on to you guys, the less I was putting you in His hands. And so I was trying to keep y'all safe and hold on to you guys, but at the same token, there's some things that God needed to work out of y'all
Mm-hmm.
and to work in y'all. That because I had y'all so gripped, so tight in my hands, He couldn't get in and y'all couldn't get out. And there's some things that I was preventing by the not allowing you guys to go through, well, allowing you to go through to experience for yourself.
And I feel that because I think with my kids, I want that control so bad. I want that I can just, protect them and shield them from everything, and I have the say over everything. And the fact that I can't crushes me sometimes.
Yeah.
Like it literally kind of breaks me. I feel like that's about one of the main things I get sad about these days. Like it's not, it's just the fact that I have no control. I think yeah, it's like I have no control and literally just only having to pray about it and be like, God, you protect them, you watch over them, you be in the places that I can't be. Like, seen and unseen danger,
And
cover
that's where
them.
I think the blessing lies, because that's what God wants you. And that's also where He wants them. Because when you realize that you, at the end of the day, as a parent, you have absolutely no control. You can have two children in the same house, get the same thing, hear the same teaching, experience the same love, and choose two different paths in life.
Right.
At the end of the day, God is sovereign, and He's going to do in them what He has designed to do. One child may choose a path of hardship, and the other child may choose a path of righteousness. You never really know. But my posture, like even when you take the prodigal son story, that kid came and told his dad, "I want all my stuff before you die. The stuff that you was gonna leave to me, I don't want it when you
You
I want it
gone.
now,"
Mm-hmm.
and demanded it. His dad could have said, "You don't have rights to this until this time." I don't know if I could do this. Like his dad gave him everything that he asked for, and had to stand at that door day after day and look down that road and knowing and seeking and praying and asking God to bring him home.
Mm.
And it wasn't until that boy got off on his own, got to a place,
Where he bumped his head.
bumped his head, spent everything he had eating slop, that he realized, man, this what I left at my daddy's house is better than this. Now he done spent everything his daddy gave him. But the love that his dad had for him, that open love, that
Mm-hmm.
unconditional love, that vulnerable love, that I don't control this.
Mm-hmm.
This is not mine. I've been entrusted with this boy. I've been entrusted with this gift. I've been entrusted with these riches that I gave to him. And he stood at that door day after day, waiting for that boy to return. And the Bible says, when he saw his child far away,
He ran.
he ran
Right.
to
He
meet him.
ran.
That's a powerful love.
That's a message right there.
That's a powerful love.
That's some real forgiveness and grace and selflessness
Yeah.
and
And that's
love.
the kind of love as a father that I want to give to you as a daughter, and I want to give to my son. And I don't get it right all the time, but I think that's the kind of love that God would have us have for our kids.
Yeah. That's good.
Cool.
That's really good.
Well, this has been part 2 of our episode on the love we chose. I hope you guys have been blessed by it. We hope that you'll like and share, that you'll stay connected with us. Please take this opportunity to share this with a family member or a friend. And please let us know in the comments as well if this has been helpful to you and if you would like to see more.
Yeah.
Anything before we close?
Follow, like, and subscribe. And thank you for tuning in.
All right.
See you
See you
next
next
time.
time.